much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like. You know, I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Brees now on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun now for Brees. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One
of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Brees now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 22 yards.
A good pickup there of 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He was brought down by...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And the Saints first down.
Ready. 95, 56. 58. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And 2 yards to go.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
To Jared Cook.
Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Bray. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bray. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Wesley Woodyard.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Off the play fake. Bray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bray. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Montgomery, the ball.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Bears 7, Saints 6.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
I'm
They try again with Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The carry for New Orleans.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over
at their own 45-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
The tackle made by
Demario Davis there on the stop.
4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 46.
Operating from the gun, Bray. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Switch. 60 Bison.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brees going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Mike, 58, right there. I got you.
Throwing now is Breeze. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Thomas, incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now Breeze. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Jared Cook.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick is good.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
32-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bray. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Bray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anthony Miller.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw again, Bray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Check, 47. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 47 range. 47 range.
Throwing on 1st down, Bray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, check mic 47. Check mic 47. We got it.
Throwing again, Bray. It's brought in right side by Ginn. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Bray, and he finds his tight end, Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. But Jimmy Graham, likely coming near the end of what has just been a tremendous career. One that started for him as a member of the Saints. He played with them from 2010 to 2014, and in that span, he was twice a 1,000-yard receiver and 3 times a Pro Bowler. He will always be remembered fondly in New Orleans. To throw on third down, Bray, space to maneuver at the 40, and he's got Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Touchdown, Chicago! Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
The extra point.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 7 at the 39-yard line.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
So we got man. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Bray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Bray. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, D-Line, let's get in there.
To throw, it's Brees. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Brees. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brees now to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Brees now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster Screen to knock it away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intercepted. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Toss left to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. He It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd down, Bray. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, this is Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11.
47. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 47's a match.
Operating from the gun. Bray. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Anzalone on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, baby. Tyking 18. Get that ball. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
From the gun, Bray. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Brings up third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Breeze now on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, this is Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Saints.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Breeze now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Alex Anzalone.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
57, Mike 57. Line 9, sweetheart.
And they will take a knee here.
Bray on the keeper. Today's final score, Bears.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Bears, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall a game under the 500